Hi guys, nice seeing you again. Okay, now we are coming to the third week, which is the last session of this model. Okay, first week we already talked about the business activity. Second week we are talking about the business organization. Now, this week we are going to cover about the business department. But before I start about the business department, let's move more deeper on the business. What is the business department? What is the department within the business? You know, basically, business department is you need to learn what is the organizational structure in this business. You know, because you cannot do it all. You know, there's each of the each of the organization, they are run by different kind of department. You know, so what is the use of the organizational structure? Basically, is to enable the large business, to organize their activity. Business, if you're, let's say, if you're talking about fast moving product, normally it's always this business is really large. It's a big one. In the middle, there's a lot of things to be handled. That's why we need department to deal with all this kind of situation. They have a production, they have a marketing, they have a HR. Production is dealing with the how to produce the product, and then the marketing, how to sell after you produce, how to sell, and then is it enough? And then no, they have also dealing with the labor, which is done by the head of department, and then we also need the finance, which is run by the finance department. Because if this company is big and then it's run only one person, imagine that. I don't think I can do it. And that's why, unless it's a solo trader, like we are discussed last week. Business is small, like I sell my skill, I sell my service as a hairdresser. It's only a small one, so you deal everything by yourself. Even in a small restaurant, you have also a people, more than one people who's running the business. So basically, in this organization, on this business department, we learn who is running in which department. What is their role and obligation in that regard. Okay, so organizational structures show the structure and how the communication channel and hierarchy of the business. Functional structure, meaning is that how this department is functioning to help the business running. The functional structure divided into two. When it is hierarchy structure, meaning it's a lot, it's in a large organization. Well, the second organizational structure, which is we call it flat structure, is only a small organization. It's for the small organization. If you see it in the hierarchy structure, the people who is in within the department is really a lot, while in the flat structure it's only maybe 1 or 2%. Depending on the needs of that organization. Maybe in the flat structure could be that in the marketing department it's more than one person, but it doesn't mean it's more than that. Let's say more than 5 or more than, but it's marketing is not under the marketing. They don't have another department. That's what we call it, a flat structure. So it's only marketing, finance, HRD, or human resources. But with the flat structure, with the hierarchy structure, under the marketing, maybe there is another department. Could be also in the under the marketing department. They have a research department. They have who support the marketing department. Have another layer in the under the marketing department, and that's what we call hierarchy structure. So this structure, why we have these structures? Again, to help. Their function is to help the business running structurally and well. Now, what is the advantage of the hierarchy structure? Basically, the advantage of hierarchy structure is a good coordination and activity, because everybody is already clear what they have to do. It's a clear job roles. It's a clear space structure as well, meaning, yeah, the money is clear. Clear channel of communication, and maybe it's also a good promotional prospect. Well, they have also disadvantage. Besides the advantage, what is the disadvantage of the hierarchy or big structure? Long channel of communication. So when you want to say something, or you want to have a fast decision to make, you have to go through all the level up to get the decision that you need to have. When it is fast decision, then this kind of long channel, could be troubling, and because of the long channel, it also makes you also slow to react on the issue. Yeah, makes sense, right? Logically, it will be long channel, of course it's slower. And then also this structure leads to process, and process could be also rigid and inflexible, because everybody is because they're clear, so they don't want to go above their responsibility, that they are scared, because, oh no, I don't want to taking the responsibility of that. So the system itself, it could be, I'm not saying yeah or no, but could be, because of this long channel, could be rigid. Now, what is the advantage of the flat structure? We talk about the hierarchy structure, if there's clear and stuff like that. What about the flat structure? What is the advantage of the flat structure? The advantage of the flat structure basically is because it's not that much long, or quite a simple one. The flow of information is between the layer is faster, is much more faster than the hierarchy one. And this also could increase motivation on the job, and maybe also you have the opportunity to elaborate your capability also in the flat structure, because you are not done only one, maybe 10 jobs in the same time, because there are not much people who's covering the job. So it could be one person handling a lot of job, even if they're still in the department, in the marketing department. Maybe marketing can be also doing the research, can be also doing the promotion and strategy and many other things. Well, maybe in the hierarchy, this job goes to a different department again, under the marketing. What is the so that was, we are talking about the advantage. What about the disadvantage of the flat structure? Like I said, because this one person handling more than one job, so you could be overloaded. By the end of the day, then you got enough. And that's with the flat structure. Okay, there's a positive side. You can learn more on the job, but on the negative side, the workload is a lot. Okay, and when the workload is a lot, you get stressed, and when you get stressed, then it's also the productivity can be also lower or decreasing. Yeah, so there's a flat disadvantage. There are plus and minus between these two organizational structure. Now, moving on, I want to talk about is also to cover on this week is also about business stakeholder, because I want you guys also learn about the business stakeholder. So actually this the third week we're covering two subjects. It's not only one subject or two focus. It's about the organization department and about the business stakeholder. Now, guys, you guys already learned in the first semester about the public. And public or / stakeholder is basically a people who have interest in you or the business, you are in, or the organization you are work. Again, stakeholder is a group of people who have interest in your organization or in your businesses. Now, stakeholder itself divided into two groups. Internal stakeholder, meaning owner, shareholder, and employee. And external shareholder, which is customer, shareholder, not stakeholder, no. Shareholder, creditor, community, government, anybody who is outside the organization. That is external stakeholder. If you remember, I was teaching you the different eight public. So this eight public is also having a internal and external. So to internal is employee, and then external is, you know, all the distributor, supplier, and then opinion leader, and then community, and then the government, money market. So this is the external um, uh, stakeholder. The thing is, guys, each people or each people, or we call it each stakeholder, they have different kind of interests toward the business. Let's say the government have, of course, different interests if, in your organization rather than your consumer. Consumer is, their interest is how to get a good product. The government, how you guys, the business people, run a good business and not making your customer, how do you call it, loss. How? What about the tax? This is the interest of the government. So you see the difference, right? Now, you have to figure out later in your to be more detailed is you check in my slide what is the each shareholder, or sorry, the each stakeholder interest and influence on your business. Now I want to talk about also corporate social responsibility, or CSR. Here's the thing: when the business or organization run the business, they are become the part of the society. They have become the one point on the society environment. Now, business objective is basically to get profit. Now, to be a good people in your society, you also have to giving something back on the society. And then with the, when you're giving something back, not only just taking profit, when you give something back to the society will see you as a good company or a good business or a good organization, you know. And this branding, like I said before, this value added on the business is quite important on the business itself, because it also gives confidence for the customer or loyalty to the customer toward the organization. Now, what is what the type of things that we can give it back to the society? This giving back on the society is call it corporate social responsibility. Like the name, corporate social responsibility, meaning each corporate have also a social responsibility toward the social the society. Now, CSR, or corporate social responsibility, aim to ensure that the company conduct the business in a way that is ethical. Ethical means fulfilling the norm and ethics which is happen in our society. You know, CSR can refer to a wide range of action that business can make, from the donating, from the charity, from the volunteering. You know, there are so many CSR activity that the company can do in order to give it back to the society. What is the benefit of the CSR to the organization? The big benefit of the company who is running the CSR is you got the full support of the community, because the community perceive the company as a, you know, good company, a company who is doing the business ethically, you know, This support is really really important because it's also in the end it's give a favorable reputation to the organization. Increase also the motivation from the employee. Your employee will say, oh, I work in a good company. Let's say now it's when I was once asking around, and got an interview with the people who is working in a body shop, because body shop is very famous with their CSR activity, you know. And then they said, we are proud to be part of this organization or to be part of this business. So you see, there's a lot of benefiting when the company is run the CSR activity. Now, this is all about it for this week.